Hey everybody, so we are on break from our podcast right now, but I wanted to get into a pod not a podcast, but 90 Day Fiance, which is one of my favorite shows. And on our podcast, we do talk about love and relationships. So I said, hey, let's just hop on and talk about this because 90 Day, the single life is just it's it for me. It's even better than the main season of 90 Day Fiance, which is like runs a couple hours a week. And I think that's happily ever after. So I said, you know what? I have to talk about these characters and what's going on single life. So let's get into it. Now we have Natalie. She was married to Mike. They're still married. I guess they're separated, but um, she's not going to let Mike go, but she still ends up dating another guy named Josh. She kind of puts her eggs in that basket. She's giving us vibes of, oh, I'm just a nice girl trying to find my husband so I can have a child and have a family. But it seems like this guy's kind of sleeping with her and playing her in the same time, but she's still giving us this nice girl vibe that, oh, I really want to get married. I thought you were going to be my husband. I don't want to be treated like, you know, somebody you just sleep with. So that's her vibe. Then I'm looking at the tell all and I'm getting another vibe. But she's like a nice girl that's being taken advantage of by this new guy that's giving her the so-called American dream. He's got the looks, he's got the money, and she wants him to make a commitment that we're not sure he's going to make. So when Mike helps her family, helps her mom to escape Ukraine, then she kind of wants to get back with him. She says she loves him, so she's kind of confused. We don't know what's going on with Natalie, but it is an interesting ride. Let's continue to some more cast members. We have Vanessa. That's not it. We have Debbie, who is the mother to Colt, and he's now married to Vanessa. But Debbie, she's redoing her life at 70. She found someone she loves in Canada. She's going to move all the way up there and kind of start a new love and relationship with this guy. So that's her story. So their love story, I kind of dig just the fact that, okay, this person is 70 and I think he's also 70 and they found love at that age. I think they were both, of course, in long-term previous relationships, maybe married. I know that Debbie lost her husband some years back. So to see her get another lease on love, I just I just really like that part of the story. What else there is to come, I don't know. It's a little messy with her and her son. I'm not sure what their beef or issue is, but she's gone on to Canada um and decided to be with this guy. And she's 70. Tanya, she was also married. Trying to see the name of her husband, Sinjin, and she was just really hurt by their breakup. She's not even sure about her sexuality anymore. She's at the point of, well, am I into men or women? This is part of her story. Again, a lot of stuff going on with this. Then Caesar, I did an episode a little while back talking about love in Ukraine, and Caesar, he was the one that inspired it because he, in previous seasons, was looking for love specifically in Ukraine. I'm not sure why. He found a young lady that I thought she was a nice young lady. Their age difference was not too bad. So the age difference isn't bad. The young lady, I think her name is Alona. He met her in Ukraine, but then the whole Ukraine conflict came up, and it seems as if they couldn't continue their relationship. I was really rooting for them because he was really wanted to be married by 50. He's now 50. Now he's got some new situation, and he's not even with Alona anymore. But the tell all will tell you the rest of that story. So that's Caesar. Then we have Tiffany. I really watched her season. I didn't see Caesar, but I saw Tiffany's season where she fell in love with a man from South Africa. They had a kid and everything, but uh, things didn't work out for their relationship. He couldn't come to the States because he had a past and a record So at this point, she goes back to see if they still have something that they can work out, which I was a little surprised she did that because it looked like she was trying to move on. Turns out that didn't go too well. And again, that information is in the tell-all. We have Veronica. Her story is that she was dating Tim, and he's a regular on 90 Day. They were together. I believe they were married at some point. I may be wrong, but it didn't work out. Okay, it says her ex-fiance. It didn't work out between them. So she's dating again, and she meets this guy. Tim doesn't really fully approve. This is a new guy, but he steps back and lets her do what she's gonna do. And this guy kind of plays her in a way. He sleeps with her after the first few dates, and shortly after that, he says he may be having to move out of town because of his kids and his ex, and they're going to be moving, so he wants to follow them. So she wasn't happy with the fact that he had that information the whole time and didn't share that with her, end up sleeping with her, and then he drops those bombs on her. So that's the story with Veronica. These are all singles trying to find love again, and those are our main stars of uh, 90 Day the Single Life. And I was just enjoying the show. I'm enjoying the ride. It's crazy. Um, all the things that they go through in trying to find love. And of course, if you're single, you understand there are things that are going to go on here and there. And I feel bad for some of the couples that are really trying to make things work and find someone new or go back to their ex and it's not working. And then I also a little skeptical of Natalie, which plays the good girl role very well. What is her purpose? And is she holding on to her ex for the alimony? Like, why is she holding on to her ex and still dating this new guy? So, and her ex seems pretty steadfast. He's still on her side. He helped her mom out. She kind of said she loved him and wanted to be back with him, but he's unsure about her. So she's kind of twisting in the wind right now. And to me, it looks like she's playing both sides. So just wanted to share and talk about a little of that single life. It's crazy, it's chaotic. All the stories are interesting. And again, it's better than the 90 Day regular franchise that we are watching now. I was really digging everything that was going on here. And for all those singles, it just shows you, hey, you're not alone. We're all struggling when it comes to love. At least they're trying and putting their hearts back out there again. Everybody's not ready, so it's really important to know, okay, am I ready? And you don't just have to follow suit because you see other people doing it, but you really should be ready for yourself and say, should I put myself out there? If you do, these may be some of the trials you go through. These may be some of the issues you go through. Got to be very careful with your heart, with your body, how you move, what you do, because you can really get hurt again. For most of us that are older and single, you can get hurt again. You don't want to move in the same way. You have to find a new way to move in order to, I feel, keep your sense of respect, keep your peace of mind, and be able to move on if things don't work out. So, we're in the holiday season. People are wanting to have love at this time. Just know that you are loved. God loves you. I'm sure there's family that loves you, friends that love you. Don't be in such a rush to not be single anymore because a lot of things can happen that you may not be ready for that can mess up your holiday more than, make it better. So just a little few thoughts that I have when it comes to the single life. And this show was a cautionary tale. I love this show. And I'm going to keep watching 90 Day Fiance. I wish you guys the best. All love to my singles, my couples. God bless you guys. Check out our podcast at cbstvonline.com. Anytime during the holidays, if you have it anytime, stop on through. Thanks, guys. All the best.